What's good, YouTube? The Truth here, and I'm back with another video, man. First off, I want to say shout out to the 233 subscribers, man. I really appreciate it. I'm really pushing for 1,000, I ain't gonna lie. So if you're new, like the video, subscribe, and you know what, leave a comment too. You know, I always love hearing what people gotta say. But for today's video, we're gonna be talking about Jake Paul versus Anderson Silva, man. So if you didn't know, they fought last weekend or this weekend, and Jake won. I know he's a 47-year-old man, and I did say in my old video that I predicted him to win, purely coming off him beating Chavez Jr., which is pretty stupid, but I don't know, man. Chavez Jr. was still a boxer. I thought Anderson could do it, man. He's a legend. I always thought someone had enough hands in MMA or was much of a striker that they would give Jake problems, because he's still kind of green. But nevertheless, Silva lost. It hurts my heart. At least he didn't get knocked out. I ain't gonna lie, that's the one thing I did not want. I did not want to get knocked out. He got knocked down, which lines up with his story, saying that he got knocked out a week before a camp. I know he said it was a miscommunication, but his English isn't that bad to really fuck up like that. But nevertheless, it is what it is. He lost. Jake's up, but I also want to say Jake looked amazing, man. Obviously, he has holes. He's still a novice, and he's still learning on the job, but man, did he look a lot better than that Tyron Woodley fight. If you watch that Tyron Woodley fight, the second one, everyone forgets because of the knockout, but dude looked terrible. He was getting tagged up. He seems to lose like composure when he's throwing his combinations. When he comes forward, everything just looks wrong. He just makes a lot of mistakes when he's coming forward. I pick him more of a backwards fighter. Maybe that's why he looked great with Anderson Silva that night. But in my eyes, we're just watching this guy improve. Obviously, I don't really believe he'll make it to the top level. Cruiserweight's kind of dead, and they're already trying to give him a ranking. I don't see him becoming a world champion, but if we're just looking at someone learning boxing and loving the sport, I gotta give it to Jake, man, as he's doing just that. Like, he has a lot more passion than some of these guys, and he's fully dedicated, spending money on camps and all that shit, man. You gotta respect it. Now, his next fight, I'm really hoping to see either Nate. That'd be a good step up. I think Nate Diaz or Uriah Hall. Uriah Hall, I feel like gives more trouble than Nate Diaz, because Nate's kind of smaller. But also, if he beats Uriah Hall or Nate Diaz, I'll say this. I'm sorry, KSI fans. I fuck with KSI, but KSI getting knocked out. That's just too much development for Jake, and I can't see him closing the gap within a year. He waited too long. He had his chance when Jake was a little shit, but now he's a lot more seasoned. He's been through some adversity. He's been through some good fights. He's developed, man. He's a lot more developed than KSI can get, especially fighting those two bombs that he did last time. Like, that's not gonna help shit. But it might be over. I'm sorry, KSI fans. Who knows? If you look at the difference, like, I could tell you potential fights for Jake, I say all of them he wins. When I look for potential fights for KSI to develop, I think he loses a lot of them because he's just not that good of a boxer. I mean, it took too long, man. It took too long. But that's my thoughts on the fight. If you're new, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.